Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Wallaby Racing League's episode 5, our weekly wrap-up, where I'm joined once again by Jumbo Kebab, Evil Blade, Kerr, and the guy laughing in the background because he doesn't shut the hell up, the Henchman.
Hi.
Hey,
Don't all jump to introduce yourselves at once or say hello,
hello.
as per usual. But look, guys, I think what we're doing tonight is the same as we've been doing every other week. We're going to talk about the race here in. We're going to talk about where drivers finish, how everything's in terms of standings. We're going to talk about maybe some of the biggest surprises so far this season. I know we're already 6 races in, so it's a bit of a how you going situation for a few of the drivers, especially one that I've got in mind. And then we're going to talk about the Zinger Box moment of the week that has been made by you guys, and we'll show highlight reels as well. We'll get some guys on track so we can look at the new layout here in Abu Dhabi, where we are racing next week. So, guys, welcome. Thanks for joining me again. When you guys will join me.
We try our best.
You guys.
Love you.
Yeah. I'm just going to add on to the old Zinger Box, mate. Just had that Zinger Box that Kirko sent over to me. That was a little photo in the Gen chat. And thanks, Kirko, for that. Just get amongst it, please. Get amongst it.
Yeah, 100%. Get clips in, guys. It's no joke. We're not sitting there going, "Hey, we've got a Zinger Box," and then somebody wins it and nobody gets anything. You look at Sully. He got his pizza the other day. Gumbo, as he just mentioned, he got his Zinger Box that he won last week, I should say, and he just had it before the stream. So, it's not something that we're lying about. It's legit.
No, he's 100%, guys. He is 100%. I am sending them.
With our Zinger Box moment of the week, if you don't have to put in, please get on the Discord channel of it. Vote.
Absolutely.
Your favourite moment, even if you don't click.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's down to everyone. Everyone gets the vote, and it's voted by you guys. Like, you choose the winners. We don't choose the winners. Everyone does. We get a vote.
Let's put it this way. It's a free freaking meal.
Exactly.
I would do anything for that. If I had clips, anything that I thought was worthwhile. Oh boy, I'd be in there. I'd be putting just to try and get. I've noticed, Easy Reaper, he's been in there every single week, even with clips that aren't from the racing league. Of his wife or his partner scaring out of him.
Which is gold, by the way.
Which is fantastic.
Well,
but yeah, look again, guys. You've got to do it. Just get into it. Involved.
Mate, I got that excited about my Zinger Box. I almost took a clip of it, me smashing it down that quick to try and win another one.
I would have seen
There you go. There you go. That would actually be pretty funny to watch. Thanks for joining. You'll be in there soon. No worries. But yeah, look, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about once everybody... Why is nobody read it up? I swear it just started reading up.
Yeah, it did. And then
Car Gamer wants to wait 1 minute. That's fine.
1 minute, which is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That's no worries. So what we'll do, we'll talk about the races from Sunday. Obviously, it being in Hungary, it's one of the first times we've raced there. I can't remember if we raced previously.
Last season?
We have? Yeah, okay, there you go. My bad. I just don't remember it because I had that track. But look, guys, it was an absolute wonder of a race for Sunday's league. Tuesday, obviously being inside the race, it's a very different story. But for Sunday's league, and I don't have here to talk to me or talk with me about it. But for us, the battle up front was just absolutely bonkers. We had the likes of Andy H, Car Gamer, and Relics, Rapid Relics, up front, just causing absolute domination. At the stage, Kane in the fight, which you guys will get to see a little bit more of later on. And I had a person in mind for my number one defensive driver of the season. After watching Kano's defensive driving, that to me has sort of changed my outlook. So, Goffy the defensive driver for me, and then now Kano. It's just those two going at it is going to be interesting, I think, for the rest of the season. And I hope to God they come together in the 10v, because I think those two together would be a fun thing to watch.
Absolutely.
Goffey,
So,
he drives like there's an extra car left and right of him. He drives 3 cars wide.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's insane for him. I with him on Tuesday night, trying to get him for a good 3 laps, and it got to the point where down turn 1, I sort of hate saying this, I had to sort of force him a little wide, just to try and make the move past him, because he was just in the middle. I was like, this is ridiculous. He's so good at this. And then without him, holding up Easy Reaper behind me, I wouldn't have made up the position that I made, so I would have actually finished the position down. So he also held up Easy Reaper, which really helped me. So it's really good to see. But is there anything like guys from the actual race, Henchman, Gumbo, and Kirko, has actually raced tonight? What did you guys? What in terms of the new game? How was the feel for the track?
I think it's all right, but it's for me on Sunday night. It was just one to forget. Didn't have a real good one, but the track itself was not too bad. I enjoy it. It's not my favorite, but it's certainly not my most hated one either. But,
I mean, you had a good battle. You had a good battle with
had a couple.
Abstracts.
Abstracts had a good one with McFlurry as well. But it just wasn't my night on Sunday night. And
where did you finish on Sunday night? Henry?
Oh, I've got no idea. I think it was like 12th or 13th or something like that.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, even though I think everything fell in my favour that night, I pitted 7 times, had a drive-through, and still snagged 10th, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like safety cars just came at the right time. And that's where I'm at with, like, how I was talking about the reduced safety cars and now that it's not on. The thing that gave me the chance to stay in it. So I was pretty good at that, even though there was an influx of safety cars.
Yeah.
But the realism is good, so...
Yeah, no, it was good fun.
Absolutely. And it just shows that anything can happen in a race, and you can still get back into a fighting chance.
Yep.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen in a race.
The one thing I did
We all
notice
know this.
about Hungary, compared to every other track on this game, there was such a significant difference between the mediums and softs in speed.
Yeah.
Like I was on the mediums and there were people on softs behind me, and I was just like, wow. Like they were just gaining. I'm like, whoa, let them go.
Well, look, I mean, that for me, I chose the wrong setup. That night in Hungary, I chose a setup with very high pressure tires, and it killed me. It was like the speed. I lost out on speed. Easy Reaper caught me within, I think it was like 4 seconds behind me, and he was able to really keep it on me and draw me in lap after lap after lap. He ended up catching me that 4 seconds in 2 laps.
Yeah.
So he was making some really strong moves on me, but it was just I was able to hold him off, which was lucky. But but I think, look, we're going to focus again on that battle between Andy H, Relics, and Cargamer. Relics out in front for a lot of it. Obviously, Andy H changing to, obviously starting on his normal strategy, hard tyres from the start, finishing on the mediums. Relics actually went for the opposite and went on to mediums to start and then hards to finish, which really did him in. He pitted when the safety car came out the last time, and really had to hook it, to try and stay in front of Andy, which he did. He got out in front of Andy. His Delta really took a hit, and he said he was only just back into the green before he would have got a penalty for it. So he did really well there to time that. But he was able to get past quite well. in terms of, Andy getting past Relics quite well. It was just a bit of an easy battle for him because I think Relic's tyres dropped off. Car Gamer, again, is just super consistent. He is so consistent.
No. Started P3, finished P3, so...
Exactly. You know, he was holding it up there with the two in front, but he just wasn't able to get a move. He would definitely attempt it. He stuck his nose in every now and then, but just couldn't get the moves done.
Well, he's come leap and bounds, Car Gamer. Leap and bounds. Like, I watched him. I don't want to squabble on about other leagues, and I won't mention what league it was, but I watched him win a race last night. Might have been last night or the night before. And just the consistency, he was winning the race. Like,
yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, look, I'll be the first to admit it. Going off of a couple of seasons ago, starting season 1 with Wallaby, when he raced in Tier 2, he was super inconsistent. He would be out in front and then all of a sudden just spin it and lose it. Going into season 2, he started to get quite aggressive with his moves. And then now coming into season 3, it's a completely different person. He's definitely matured in his driving. He's not as aggressive. He waits for the moves. He really times his laps well. His strategies are on point. It's just unfortunate he can't get past these guys up ahead.
So Car Gamer sits in second place on 147 points, 29 points behind Andy H. So he's still
very much in the fight.
Yeah, he's right in there. He's right in there.
Yeah.
But in the Sunday League, I mean Jack Sully and Unique, they both made up 5 positions.
Well, I mean, let's talk about Unique, because Unique is one.
He's
one
coming
of the drivers
back.
that I was very surprised at this year.
He's a bit of a dark horse.
So
he's a lot quicker than what I thought he was going to be.
Well, I mean, obviously with him changing from controller to Henshey'd gone for a spin there.
Yeah, doing some doubles.
Obviously, him going from controller to wheel, it's a whole massive learning curve. And for those of you who have done it and made that change, I know Blade, you made that change and you picked it up very quickly.
Sure have.
And with Unique doing it as well, he hasn't picked it up as quick, but he's definitely starting to make up that pace now. And now he's actually gone one step further, and he's actually bought the MVH Studios G920 add-on wheel, so the actual Formula One style wheel.
Oh wow!
And he's now saying that this has just added a whole new level of fun to it. So I think we're really going to see his pace really improve.
He does
over the next few races.
He does sit at 10th on 46 points at the moment. So
yep.
I mean,
there you go. He's definitely making up points.
You can definitely jump a few positions here.
I saw that.
Yeah, this track's slipperier than Gumbo's for an empty KFC box.
Yeah, so, I thought you were going somewhere else with that then.
So did I.
Anyway.
So look, while we've got you guys on track, so Blade and Hanch, you guys are both there. What do you think of the new layout of Abu Dhabi compared to last season?
I love
It's definitely different. I like it a lot better.
A lot more flow
I
to
like
it.
it a lot better.
Yeah.
That's what I think too. I agree. I fully agree. And like in terms of the back sector, they've cut out that uphill chicane. Do you find it to be a lot faster now, or do you find that you still have to, try and time your turns well?
You still got to try
It's
and time your turns, but it's certainly a lot quicker than that crappy old chicane that they had in there. I hated that corner with a passion.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, looking at it now, looking at the times now, you've got Accelerator up there in a 127, 162, and then you got Evil Blade up there in second place at the moment with a 127, 474. So it's it's definitely I stand corrected. There's definitely a lot of time in there that can be made, and I think we are going to see that in this week's races, especially with the guys that put on the practice sessions, and good on them for doing that. I love that. So yeah, but I mean, looking at while we are talking about the driver standings for Sunday, I'll bring them up on screen so you guys can see them there. So you've got Andy H, like Kirko said, with 170 on 176 points. Car Gamer at 147. Jack Sully, who's now moved up into third place with 122. And I will touch base on this actually. Jack Sully, I mean, he would have legitimately moved up into third place anyway. But guys, I mean, you heard us on stream the other night. It really grinds our gears when somebody demands for us to do a restart for one driver. We can't do that. And then, in the words of the amazing Matty Skills, don't go and throw your toys out of a pram and leave the league just because you didn't get your way. We had a driver do that. Look, he's always welcome back, but he's lost his seat. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So, he was a great driver too, and I really think he could have pulled it back. This is Jay Rocket we're talking about. I think he really could have pulled it back, but it's just one of those things. But then, looking at P4, we have Rapid Pajala, so currently sitting up in P4 with 86 points. So there's a big gap now between third and fourth. Henchman sitting on 74, Relics on 70, so Relics now starting to climb that ladder. Defeated Damo with 60 points. Gumbo Kebab with Gumbo Kebab with 14 points. Kano on 52 points, I should say. Kano on 46, Unique Throne on 46, Arkozal 29, the Cub 29. So the points are really starting to creep into each other, and they're starting to get a little bit close. But the gap between P3 and P4 is still massive.
Like I was saying, 11 races to go. If you finish first, there's 352 points available. If you finish 10th, there's 88 points available. There's massive points still available for everybody.
Yeah, 100%.
And then we look at the constructors, and obviously Ferrari have definitely dropped a few this week. I mean, they had I'm talking about Tuesdays there, but on Sunday's league, you've got Ferrari out in front with 214 points. McLaren really closing in that gap now with 196. Red Bull on 173. Alfa Romeo with 155, and then it's a big gap down to Williams on 117, and then an even bigger gap between Williams and Mercedes on 85. You've got defeated Damo, who's doing really well for the Mercedes. You've got Piastri, who's only just scored his first lot of points in 6 races.
Yeah. Does that surprise you?
No.
Defeated Damo and Kebab actually lead at the moment in positions gained, sitting on 23.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we've seen a lead change there for positions gained.
Yep. Unfortunately, poor old Kirko's jumped down to third. They died in the pits there. And then we got Cub sitting on 16, Stroker Race on 13, War on 13, Pajala on 9, Hench on 9, and Dust Till Dawn sitting on 8 there. So,
there you go.
Quite a few positions gained.
Well, I think what we might do now, we might move over to the Tuesdays League and talk about the stuff there. I mean, there's definitely one driver in particular that I would like to discuss a little bit more in general. But before we do that, do you guys have anything that you guys want to bring up about Sunday or in general?
No,
really not, no.
It's sort of. I feel like that's yours and Matty's avenue being the commentators there.
Yeah,
I don't get to see much
absolutely.
of it. I don't get to go watch. I watch it back, but I mean, like you said about the battle up front, like when I watched that, I didn't know that was going on when I was driving, and I watched it back, which everyone, I always go to Twitch and watch the races back. It was brilliant. It was brilliant to watch.
Yeah. And that, you touched on something there, like you don't know what's going on up ahead of you. It's crazy, isn't it? Like how there can be so much going on, but when you're in your own little world, it can sometimes be quite a boring race. But there's so much excitement going on up ahead of you and behind you, but you just don't see it because you're just so focused.
100%.
Oh, with the Sunday League, I mean, Relic sitting a pole time of 1:16.2.
That's okay. So that's quick.
That's yeah, we all know that's pretty quick. And the fastest lap for that race was actually Andy H, a minute 19.338.
Yeah, right. I mean, looking at Relix's fastest lap with a 1:19.202, and you compare him to, Accelerator, who he got the pole lap. What was that? That was a 1:16.
Yeah, Accelerator got a
7, I believe.
1:16.925. Accelerator got
So
for a pole.
that's a big gap.
Yeah.
That's 7/10, almost a full second in between those two. It's quite large in the grand scheme of things. I mean, seconds and microseconds and tenths and thousandths and hundredths mean
Well, as
so
as
much
we
to a driver.
as we carry on to our Tuesday league, our Sunday night fastest lap was a 1:19.338, and Accelerator again set the fastest lap on Tuesday. It was a 1:19.345.
So pretty close there. But I think the difference there though is Accelerator was quite a lot of the race was out on his own, whereas in Sunday there was that constant back and forth battle between Andy H and Relix, and then at some points in that Kano as well. So I think if Andy was out in front by himself or Relix was out in front by himself, I think you would have seen a bit more of a gap between their time and Accelerator's time.
I've got a theory on the Sunday league, and I think Relix is going to come back and win the whole thing. I think
Relix is going to come back and win it.
Yeah, he's the quickest in Sunday by far. Like he matches it with some of the best, and I'm talking in the world. His TT times in everything is like top 100. And I know you don't go off TT much, but he's also racing with Josie Wales and Rapid Betsy and all that, and sticking it to him.
Would you put it down though to his consistency?
That's I was going to say that. I think Andy H's consistency is unbelievable. I don't think anyone would have better consistency than Andy H.
No,
but
I agree.
I feel like Relix is the one to beat. But
yeah, right. And strategy as well. Andy seems to know his strategies.
Andy could easily hold on to it. I understand that, but if Relix is there till the end of the season, I think it's going to be interesting towards the end.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's move on to Tuesday then. So Tuesday, being Gumbo and Kirko's show, what were your initial thoughts of the actual race?
Well, it wasn't my show because I didn't include my audio when I dropped out.
That's true.
Anyway, moving right along.
Yeah, well, I just want to point out that just to the chat, can you just let us know next time?
Yeah.
Because
we had no idea.
Well, I had absolutely no idea till Goffy said it in the podiums, and So I was sitting there, and I'm telling you, Kirko had some good calls going on.
Sounds extremely awkward too.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, look. But anyways, in terms of the actual race, though, what did you guys think of it? In the initial thoughts.
It was tight, clean racing, to be honest.
Well said.
Who was that?
Not me.
But
Hedgie.
But up the top and mid pack, Jesus, there was some good racing to watch. There really was. To be honest,
I want to throw a congratulations out to Accelerator again. He's probably on par with Toppy, other than the consistency, like we were talking about before. And I just want to congratulate him on his actual first Wallaby win, because that's his debut win for Wallaby.
Yeah, it is actually. I had a quick look earlier.
Did he not win the week before? I thought he won the week before.
No.
Who won the week before?
He crashed out.
Oh, it was Mad Dog. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Shirtless Mad Dog. I remember.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he
yes.
done
Hey,
it in
hey.
the water.
Yeah,
How do
it
you
was a
forget
Haas
that?
driver. I remember that.
How do you
Yeah,
forget that?
whereas, yep. Gotcha. Yeah, I agree. He's had a very rough start to the season. I know a lot of people were saying, look, mate, turn your tire pressures up. You know, if he did that, or if he's done that, then fantastic. But he's changed something. There's definitely something that he has changed for him to be able to stick it to the track. And I called him out in the UK, saying, he's going to spin, and he was up there fighting for podium.
Well, he actually had a spin.
Actually, yeah,
He actually had a spin last race, or actually just done.
in Hungary.
Yeah, and he still come back and overtook people. And I was like,
Well then,
what? Okay. So
okay.
he has sorted something out.
Well,
Well,
he did say he loves that track.
yeah,
I think he was the fast. Like, if we went to Hungary and every race was Hungary for the rest of the year, we'd probably say yes, Accelerator's the best driver because that's his favourite track.
yeah.
But
Well,
it
like I
isn't
said,
the
his
only
fastest
track,
lap was
so-
a 1:19.354, so that's pretty
Definitely
quick. That's a race lap time, so
But yeah, it's definitely hard. If I had to pick between top and accelerator right now, my vote would go 100% to top, purely based on the consistency that he has,
100%,
and his patience. He's a very patient driver. I was in a party with him on Tuesday night, and he was sitting behind Scotty, and he was just like, "I'm just going to wait for Scotty to make a decision, to make a mistake. He's on the wrong tire strategy anyway. Something will happen." And then, sure as hell, I think Scotty spun or something like that. Oh no, something happened where it put him into the pits, and he changed his tires and put him into third place, and it gave Top the spot. But between those two, yeah, Top 100%. My vote goes to the best driver. So
Yeah,
well,
looking at that, I feel like Scotty was not letting him past. He was not letting him past.
No, he wasn't. No. And this touches onto the guy that I wanted to actually talk about. Was my surprise of the actual season so far is Scotty Mack. I know that people have said this to me, is that he doesn't like going a standard strategy because he wants to win races, but I don't see him being able to win a single race this season if he continues to pick out the strategies that he's been picking out, starting on the softs, then going to the mediums, and hoping they go to hoping they go the distance. It's not going to happen.
Well,
He's going to either get a puncture, he's going to get really hot temps, he's going to spin, he's going to DNF.
Well, I think he's thinking about the old game, where the old game, the hards were terrible. This game, the hards are magnificent.
Absolutely. Hards are the dream tyre for this game. And that's the thing. I believe he said that as well to somebody, is that he will not touch those hards. He despises the hards. And I think he's got his head so stuck in the last game that he doesn't want to touch those hards. Exactly like you said. So I don't like, it's such a shame to me, because I really, really, really love Scotty Mack. He's such a decent guy. He's such an amazing driver. That's a very quick time. Yeah, he's such an amazing driver. He's got so much skill. Yes, sometimes he can be overly aggressive, and I've seen that in the past. I've definitely seen that within the last few races that I've raced with him. But he's got the skill to really put it to the likes of Accelerator and the likes of Top. But it's just the strategies that he is doing is just destroying his races. So,
yeah, I agree.
And I hate to see it. I absolutely hate to see it.
well, out of our races, we've had 8 different winners between the two nights.
What, in Tuesday? Oh, right. Okay. Over the two
Okay,
nights.
so Andy H is sitting on 3 wins.
Yeah.
Top sitting on 3 wins. Car Gamer is sitting on 1. J Rocket on 1. Mad Dog on 1. MX Flinny on 1. Relics 1. accelerated on one.
Ooh, okay.
So we've had
There you go.
6 races
Well,
between 2
might have to
leagues,
start calling him
We've
Joel
had-
Kane.
and we've
Yeah.
had 8 different winners.
All right. I mean, let's talk about the actual
So
podium in Tuesday as well. So, you've got now accelerated, like you just said, Kirko, being added to that list of winners. But credit where credit is due with Scotty Mack. Like I've said, that the strategy is not working for him. He would have been P2 if that game didn't sort of glitch out and send him into the pits. I mean, personally, I think he was out of fuel.
I think top would have got him anyway. Top's
Well,
not
yeah,
silly.
yeah. But I mean, Scotty ended up finishing in P3 anyway, so it's the first time he's been on the podium this season. So, it's been long awaited. He's been wanting it. He's been needing it. I think that may have boosted his confidence a little bit. So I'm hoping. There you go. Driver said there's more time in his fast lap there, guys. So yeah, but yeah, I think Scotty can definitely bring a lot more to the table. It's just he's got to bite the bullet and go on a normal strategy, a normal race strategy.
Yeah,
So-
well, as Toby
Well,
said,
he's only-
disconnected, but he didn't care.
Scotty Mack is only 10 points behind Mad Dog for second place.
Yeah,
So that's very
no,
doable.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's true. And you've got Bremer, but the thing is, you've got Bremer behind Mad Dog as well. He's only 1 point behind Mad Dog.
Yeah,
But
he is.
but
Bremer's
again,
driving well.
Bremer is driving well. If his mum can tell him to, let
Leave,
him finish a race
leave the internet
instead
on.
of, well, just let him finish a race instead of going out for wherever they were going at the start of our race. But these things happen. Parents, we're all one of them.
Well, I think it's cost him. It's cost him huge.
It has.
And-
Absolutely, it has. He
absolutely.
didn't get any points. He's lost second place because of it.
Yeah, well, I know. I spoke to Top, and I was in a party with him, and he said he didn't care. He didn't care as long as that's why he said he didn't care if he came third,
Yeah.
because he knew if he just gets points, he gains on Bremer.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's the thing. Top's. Again, I've been in parties with Top as well, and Top, his goal is, I don't care if I don't finish first. As long as I'm up, top 5, he'll still be gaining points that'll keep the distance between him and Bremer, or him and Mad Dog, or him and Accelerator. And
Exactly.
Accelerator now flying through the pack. He's gone up to P4 from P7, I think he was. And it's all you've got to do is just finish the races, stay consistent, get your points.
Yep.
So yeah, 100%.
When you say that, I mean, look at Goffey.
Exactly. Look at Bird. Look, I'm a Bird.
I know. I was about to say father and son.
Yeah.
It's going to be on.
Yeah.
While I'm on that, Goffey leads the way with the most position gains on 25 now.
Oh,
I'm a
Very
Bird
good.
a
sitting
lot
on.
of positions gained. Yeah.
Yeah. So he leads the way out of both leagues, out of both Tuesdays and Sunday nights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, with Bird as well. I mean, I think everybody has said this at one stage, is that Bird is one of those drivers that has really, really, really impressed every single person in this league so far.
Oh, he certainly has. He's come a long way.
He's come so far.
Massive.
You look at season 1. People were lapping him. He was getting in the way. He was causing issues, like in terms of his car being in the way.
It's like me.
But you got out of the way, whereas Bird didn't. Season 2, Bird really started to lift his game and still caused a few issues here and there. But this season right now, this is a whole different kid. He is on the money. He's doing everything. Carb around into the wall. So, yeah, and you've got to hand it to him. He's doing absolutely amazingly. So, yeah.
I think it's a good family rivalry, really, to be honest.
It is definitely a great family rivalry.
I think Goffey and Bird definitely want to try and beat each other. and the driving's getting better.
Well, it's funny you say that because
I mean, look at Goffey. His car's 3 wide when you try and overtake him. Like he's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
He wants
It's
Sorry, what
funny
was
you
saying
talk about that,
there,
Kirko.
Combo?
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
During the stream, I know Kirko was MIA. He was actually there talking to me, which was weird. But I did put it on Goffey and I'm a Bird, and I'm like, look at this duel, you know, like between these two. That's what I'm just saying. It's just funny you mentioned that. I went on and I said the exact same thing. Like,
Oh, it was a good.
going
It
against
was
each
actually
other.
a really good battle to watch too. So obviously I was
I'm
on
a
it as
Bird
well.
straight lined into
Actually
the
really
wall
good.
after it, but yeah.
Yeah, he did, unfortunately.
No, absolutely. Look, is there anything else that you guys want to talk about with Tuesday's league? I know, like, it was unfortunate we didn't get both ends of comms. You know, these things happen. It's happened to the best of us. But is there anything you guys want to bring up? You know, Henchman, you were in the party with us. You were actually engineering for us again.
Yes.
You know, is there anything that you want to bring up?
No, not really. I wasn't sort of paying too much attention to what the other guys were doing
Actually,
apart from in the race.
I have a question. I have a question for you. You were the engineer, so you would have the best insight to this. Was Scotty Mac's fuel gauge going mental, or was it actually still in fuel?
No,
He's adamant that he still had fuel.
No, it was blinking.
It was going mental.
It was
him
blinking
and
quicker.
Bladey. Him
Yeah,
and
it was
Blade.
blinking quicker than someone with Tourette's.
Yeah,
I
right.
wasn't
There you
blinking.
go. Okay.
No.
It was going very quickly.
But you two were the only two people in the whole field that had the fuel gauge on, like the fuel gauge light on, which told me
Yeah,
that you were the
'cause-
only two people that had the fuel. I'm not saying that you didn't get fuel back. I'm just saying that I'm just saying the fact of that everyone had the right
yeah.
amount of fuel except for yourself and Scotty Mac. At the end of the race, when I watched it, it looked like Scotty ran out.
Yeah, that's well. I mean, I think Top made up 7/10 within like 2 corners. So that tells me something was up there. So yeah, and even Top in chat says Goffey isn't even the same driver this season. Last season when I was racing Kirko and Goff in another league, I lapped them both by like lap 10 at Hungary. So he's saying that Goffey is an absolute different driver.
I've got a question for you, Duck. Sorry to put it on you.
Yeah.
You're sitting in 6th spot.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a couple of points available here. Do you reckon you can beat Driver 48 or Scotty Mac in the next race? I mean, there's only 12 points difference between you and Driver 48.
Yeah, I think so. Scotty Mac is probably going to be my hardest one. Driver's definitely putting in some good times, but again,
Consistency,
it comes
mate.
down to. I mean, but that said, I haven't shown consistency either. Yes, I'm finishing in points here and there, but not decent points. Driver is the same as me. He's finishing in and out of points. If I had to compare myself to a driver in terms of who I see myself being in, like same sort of pace wise, it would be Driver and Easy Reaper. Hands down, those two.
Would Driver 48 be your next rival, or would it be Scotty Mac? The next two drivers above you in points. Who would be your next rival there?
It would be Driver, because Driver is more my pace. Scotty is a lot quicker than me. Scotty, it sounds bad saying this, but Scotty, I'm just going to leave him to his own devices, and eventually I'll finish in front of him anyway. Because if he keeps going with the same stuff, like his same strategies, then it happens. Yeah, and Driver 48 says game on.
While I've got you, Kebab as well. Do you think Damo on a Sunday night league would be your next rival, being 8 points difference, or would you pick? I'm assuming you're not going to pick Relics because we all know how fast Relics is, and he's only just joined.
No,
Would you pick? Would you pick Henchman? as your next rivalry?
No, Henshi's quicker.
There's only
Henshi is definitely quicker than me.
Well,
I
if
think
you look at the
Damo.
points, there's not too much there. So
Yeah, but it also comes down to a lot of things, a lot of aspects in racing, where Henshi's had a bit of tough luck. I feel like
Hungary.
when it comes to,
Yeah.
with Damo, I actually think my pace might be a little quicker than Damo's. I'm not saying it's a hell of a lot quicker, but my consistency is absolute trash. So,
And like, so those guys listening in chat, and those viewers watching a bit later on, we talk a lot about consistency, and the reason we talk about a lot about consistency is because it is paramount in any sort of racing. You've got to have it, otherwise that's it. So,
absolutely, because at the end of the day, your goal is to get across the finish line as fast as you can,
yeah,
right? And if you are not consistent and you keep spinning, you're not going to get there as fast as if you didn't spin. So
someone dying in the background there.
that's like
if you went like so, you might have 3 spins in a race because you're not consistent. If you went back off the throttle a touch, you're still going to get there quicker than when you spun 3 times.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly right. Well, guys, I think that's going to conclude everything that we're talking about tonight in terms of Sunday and Tuesday's races. So what we might do now is bring up our Zinger Box moment of the week. Driver 48 is 0.001 slower than top. Jeez, Sully. Yeah, we're going to bring up the Zinger Box moment of the week, and then we'll have a quick chat about that afterwards. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a minute.
Did someone say KFC?
Andy H has got the tyres. He's coming up to the back of Kano. Can he get the move done into turn 1? He chooses to go the long way round. He gets up on the curb. They nearly go wheel to wheel. Can he get the crossback done? Andy Hayes coming up to the side. He's got the inside line. He's coming into turn 2. Can he get the move done? And Kano just shuts the door, but they're still wheel to wheel. Kano's in great wheel to wheel racing there, but Kano shuts the door, and that is some amazing defending by Kano.
something big is coming.
Alright, so, guys, I don't know if you saw that sneaky little message at the back there. Something big is coming. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye in Discord over the next few days. The admin team will have quite a large announcement that we are going to be making. Obviously, we just need to dot the I's and cross the T's and whatever else we have to do.
It is huge.
It is. It is absolutely massive
Can you say that again?
for us.
Can you say that again?
It is huge.
That's what she said.
It's all about the girth.
But there we go. So let's look at that. So that over to the Zinger Box moment of the week goes to Kano. The defending that guy had that night, like I don't know if you heard it in the actual clip itself, but it was probably some of the best defending I've seen in league racing since I've started league racing. He was on 16 lap old tyres compared to Andy H and Relics, who are on very, very fresh tyres, and he managed to hold them up for a good 5 or 6 laps. He managed to park his car in all the right places. He'd get the better exit out of the final turn compared to what Andy H did. Even going into turn 1, he managed to get the better exit, holding Andy H behind him for so long, and then finally Andy H got the better
well, also,
better jump. But yeah,
with what you're saying, like that was only a snippet of it. So, like we couldn't exactly fit all of it on the one little clip, but
no, that was probably just the most exciting part there. It was full on, like I said, holding him up for that 5 or 6 laps. That's got to be frustrating as well to Andy H, who, theoretically on track is first. It was in first place, but it was allowing Relics to really get right up inside of him and stick his nose where it shouldn't have been. If Kano wasn't there, I think Andy was away and home free without a single bit of stress. So,
Absolutely.
yes. So well done to Kano. Obviously, Kano, if you're listening, Kirko will be in contact with you to organise your Zinger box, or for your Zinger box to be delivered to you.
He's too fast.
No, he won't apparently.
No,
And
I'm
just
not
make
sending
sure-
him money. It's too fast. He's too fast.
ju-
I'm
ju-
not sending him money.
And just make sure, Kano, that you give him my address.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
I'll make it super hot this time. Can she? That way you can't eat it.
Easy Reaper to the chat.
like-
Oi, lads. Hello, welcome.
Hello,
Blows
Mr.
his
Reaper.
bum out.
Oi, lads.
So, guys, that brings us to the end of the stream. Obviously, we're going to play the
It
highlights
does.
reel to bring us out. But again, Kirko, Gumbo, Blady, Henchman, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Always
Blade
a
and
pleasure,
Hench,
mate.
I hope you guys had a ripping time around the track there. Getting used to it for Sunday and Tuesday's races. Now you've got the upper hand on a few drivers.
Let's go.
So,
Pieces,
go, yep.
pieces of right now.
but yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching. We will be back on Sunday night at 8 PM for Wallaby Racing League's Sunday League at Abu Dhabi. And then we'll be back on Tuesday night, same time, 8 PM for our Tuesday night league race at Abu Dhabi as well.
We gotta
thing
listen.
to
We gotta
mention
listen.
is-
We gotta listen to you again. Oh, far out.
Yeah. One thing to mention is on Sunday you will only have 19 drivers. One driver, I'm not going to name names. I've decided to keep that silent.
Yep.
One driver has been given a race ban for his involvement with joining SSR's lobbies when they asked him not to do it, and I've asked him not to do it again because he sort of ruined their races, and it's just not on. Brings a bad name to us. But yeah, Abu Dhabi, again, it's a massive track. It's going to be fun. So yeah, thanks again for joining, guys. I really appreciate it.
No worries.
Cheers, guys.
The lights are now out, and away we go. Rapid Relic still in P1. Andy H P2, Car Gamer P3 already. Andy H now moves up into P1. Rapid Relic now down one spot.
And Accelerator's going the wide route. He's going to, switch back. The switch back, who gets it? Accelerator gets it.
Who is that? Is that Pajala?
But it's
Pajala
Kajala,
is
he's around. Kajala's around on those 5 lap old softs. Oh,
Are
Pajala.
they burning away already?
Must be. Absolutely
Or
must
is
be.
it just made?
Oh,
Yeah, there he goes. They
yeah.
are smoking.
Well, they would have been
are
hot after
smoking hot.
that first spin.
That's Urban. Oh, no.
Oh, gosh. I'm excited to see this top 3 battle duck. I'm more excited than Goffy was when his wife took off her clothes on their wedding night and he realised, hey, she doesn't have a penis either. Far out. Come on.
Oh, he's broke a little late.
Enough pace on those hards. Jack Sully closes those
DRS
doors.
opens up though.
Here we go. Jack Sully, Kano gets past him on the outside, goes a long way around and gets up into P8. Kano with a great pass on Jack Sully. What a drive.
Bit of beef going on between Henchman, Abstracts, and RV McFlurry actually.
Oh, and Abstract goes wide.
And just like that, Abstracts goes wide, but it's a dangerous.
No, he's hit him.
That is a dangerous re-entry from Abstracts.
Urban wants to make quick work of this. Yeah, gets it done. Look at this. Oh, drive side by side. Oh, no.
Oh, Cub gets forced wide. Cub now loses out.
He loses out 2 positions.
Unique and Damo.
And he's about to lose 3 positions here because McFlurry has taken advantage of it. And the Cub, the big loser, they're losing 3 positions down to P3. Coming up to the side. He's got the inside line and coming into turn 2. Can he get the move done? And Kano just shuts the door. Andy H is back. He has a headache, so he claims, and Andy Hayes wins the Hungary Grand Prix for Wallaby League Racing.
The lights are now out and away we go. Rapid Relic still in P1. Andy HP2 car